The Tesla and SpaceX entrepreneur Elon Musk was pushed into the top slot after Tesla's share price increased on Thursday. He takes the top spot from Amazon's founder Jeff Bezos, who held it since 2017. Musk is now worth around $188 billion. Mr. Musk's electric car company, Tesla, has surged in value this year and hit a market value of $700 billion for the first time on Wednesday. That makes the car company worth more than Toyota, Volkswagen, Hyundai, GM, and Ford combined. Get strapped in because today we're going to answer how Elon Musk became the richest person in the world. Humble beginnings. Musk was born to a Canadian mother and a South African father and raised in Pretoria, South Africa. After leaving South Africa in 1988, Musk spent time working a series of odd jobs around Canada. Musk first tended vegetables and shoveled out grain bins in his cousin's farm in Waldeck, and then learned how to cut logs with a chainsaw in Vancouver. After a visit to the unemployment office, he inquired about the job with the best wage, which turned out to be a gig cleaning the boiler room of a lumber mill. For $18 an hour, a great wage in 1989, the grueling work involved wearing a hazmat suit, crawling through small spaces, and shoveling residue in extremely high temperature conditions, according to Musk. Not long after, he landed an internship with the Bank of Nova Scotia by cold calling a top executive to meet for lunch. After reuniting with his brother Kimball in Canada, the two determined brothers researched business people that they wanted to meet and took turns making cold calls to ask if they could have lunch. One such businessman was Peter Nicholson, a top executive at the Bank of Nova Scotia, who was fascinated with the boys' initiative. Upon meeting them, he was so impressed with Elon, the geekier of the two brothers, that he became his first mentor and offered him a summer internship at the bank for $14 an hour. To earn extra cash, Musk sold computer parts and full PCs out of his dorm room. While at Queen's University in Ontario, Musk had a profitable side hustle for a time. He sold entire computers, as well as various hardware parts, from the comfort of his dorm room. He would build whatever suited the needs of his fellow students, like a tricked-out gaming computer or, for example, a simple word processor. As Musk described, if their computer didn't boot properly or had a virus, I'd fix it. I could pretty much solve any problem. Not bad for a guy who would eventually become the inspiration for Tony Stark in Iron Man. He paid for rent in college by converting his house into a nightclub. After transferring to the University of Pennsylvania in 1992, Musk quickly put his entrepreneurial instincts to good use. He and a friend moved into a 10-bedroom frat house off campus for relatively cheap. During the week, the two of them would study, but on weekends, they turned the place into a full-out, unlicensed speakeasy, according to his roommate, Adeo Resi. This included covering the windows with black trash bags and the walls with bright paint. Musk, who was never big on drinking except for the occasional vodka and Diet Coke, would stay sober for these events to keep things under control. He would run parties, and as he explained, "I was paying my own way through college and could make an entire month's rent in one night." Once, his mother maybe even worked the door at one of the big parties. In 1995, Musk quit graduate school at Stanford University to co-found an internet startup. Despite getting accepted to a Stanford PhD program, Musk forewent the tuition costs when he decided after 2 days that the internet had far greater promise to change society. He immediately dropped out and teamed up with his brother Kimball and started Zip2, a company that provided maps and directories to online newspapers. To start the venture, they used $28,000 out of their father's bank account. Rags to riches. He first became a millionaire 4 years later when he and his brother sold Zip2. It was bought by early PC company Compaq in 1999, who became the leading supplier of PC systems until it was overtaken and bought out by HP in 2002. The Zip2 deal amounted to $307 million. Musk's share of the proceeds was a tidy sum of $22 million. Musk scored a net return of over $165 million after his financial services company, XCOM, merged with PayPal, which was bought by eBay. Soon after the sale of Zip2, Musk invested $12 million of his own money into co-founding XCOM, which he envisioned as the future of online banking. In early 2000, XCOM merged with its rival, Confinity, and the company was renamed PayPal. As the majority shareholder, Musk was ousted as CEO amid protracted boardroom squabbling. PayPal then accepted eBay's offer to be bought in July 2002. against Musk's advice. After the $1.5 billion deal finally went through, he came away with $180 million after taxes. Elon joins Tesla. Elon has founded countless companies since amassing his wealth through PayPal. Some examples are SpaceX, SolarCity, Neuralink, and The Boring Company. However, none have come close to the wealth he has generated through Tesla. He joined Tesla in 2004, the year after it was founded, becoming its product architect that year and becoming the company's CEO in 2008. That same year, Tesla launched its first car and sports car, the Roadster. The summary for the Roadster reveals that the company has always been focused on the mechanics of the car as much as the design. High performance, as defined in the executive summary, included going from 0 to 60 in less than 3.9 seconds, and zero maintenance for up to 100,000 miles other than tires. Tesla, as part of its secret to success, continues to focus on creating electric cars and making EV powertrain systems and components. The company has a network of 80 stores and galleries across North America, Europe, and Asia, and over 100 charging stations in the US. One of the company's trademarks in success is focusing on one product at a time. It is constantly rolling out new models to expand its customer base. In order to move with the changing times, Tesla has tried to launch new products that aim to target a wider range of customers, which was delivered through the Model 3. To stay competitive in the niche market, Tesla Motors has expanded its manufacturing footprint in the Netherlands and Lathrop, California. To keep costs down on lithium-ion battery packs, Tesla and key strategic partners, including Panasonic, will facilitate the production of a mass-market, affordable vehicle. As with anything in life and business, there are no guarantees. The reality is that 12 years since incorporating, Tesla has morphed from a startup to an established industry player. Tesla has continued to deliver on their promises of high-performance, yet affordable vehicles, which allowed them to establish a massive fan base. Tesla's stock was added to the S&P 500 last month. Musk's rise to the top of the rich list comes as the nation's billionaires have seen their fortunes surge by more than $1 trillion through the pandemic, thanks in part to a strong stock market fueled by investor expectations for an economic recovery in 2021. Recently, as of Thursday, Elon Musk surpassed Amazon.com founder Jeff Bezos as the world's richest person. A jump in the price of Tesla stock lifted the value of his wealth on paper to more than $188 billion. Tesla shares rose more than 7% on Thursday, helping push Musk's net worth to $1.5 billion above Bezos' fortune. The company's value share is greater than that of Ford, GM, Volkswagen, and Toyota combined. Shares of the electric car maker have enjoyed a spectacular run in the past year, surging almost 800% from about $92 a year ago to more than $811 in Thursday's trading. Responding to a Twitter account that pointed out how he was now the world's richest person, Musk responded, "How strange." He later added, "Well, back to work." What could the future look like for Elon Musk? Tell us in the comments below.